Lucas held Amina's hand tightly as they walked through the busy open market. The sun was hot, and their clothes were old and faded. Lucas wore broken sandals, and Amina's dress had been patched many times. But still they smiled. They were in love, and that gave them strength. They stopped at a fruit stand. Lucas checked his pocket. He had only a few coins. "We'll just get 2 bananas today," he said softly. Amina nodded. "That's okay. We'll share." Just then, a loud laugh came from behind them. Lucas turned around and saw Jaden and Bella, dressed in designer clothes, sunglasses, and shiny shoes. Jaden's gold watch sparkled in the sun. "Well, well, look who's here," Jaden said with a smirk. "The king and queen of the poor." Bella laughed loudly. "Do you people even look in the mirror? You're walking shame." Lucas looked down, humiliated. Amina held his hand tighter. "Let's go," Amina whispered. "Ignore them." "Wait," Bella said, stepping closer. "Tell me, do you plan your outfits to look this poor, or does it just come naturally?" Jaden laughed even harder. Amina faced them calmly. "You may have money today, but money doesn't make you better." Jaden rolled his eyes. "Keep dreaming, beggar." Lucas and Amina walked away in silence. Their hearts were heavy, but their hands stayed together. "I'm sorry," Lucas said. "Don't be," Amina replied. "One day things will change. We just need to keep believing." They walked on with hope still in their hearts, even if their pockets were empty. Little did they know, destiny was already writing a new chapter for them. Rain poured from the sky that night. Lucas and Amina sat inside their small one-room shack. Water dripped through the holes in the roof. They huddled under one thin blanket, trying to stay warm. "I wish I could give you more," Lucas said sadly. Amina looked at him and smiled. "You give me love. That's enough." But Lucas didn't feel like it was enough. He wanted to build a better life for both of them. He had dreams, big ones. He wanted to start a small business, maybe sell handmade shoes at the market. But with no money, even that felt far away. Amina saw the worry in his eyes. "Don't give up," she said. "Even storms pass." Lucas nodded. "I've been working on a shoe design. If I just had some leather and tools." "Then let's save for it," Amina said. "Little by little. We'll get there." They sat together listening to the rain. Outside the world was cold and harsh. But inside their hearts, a small flame of hope still burned. That night, Lucas wrote down his business plan in an old notebook. It was the first step toward a future he could barely imagine. Lucas worked hard. He cleaned cars during the day and carried goods for people at the market in the evening. Every coin he earned he saved. Amina began sewing clothes for neighbors. Her fingers hurt, but she kept going. Slowly they saved enough to buy a few tools. Lucas bought old, used leather and began making shoes by hand. His first pair was rough, but he was proud. One morning, he took his shoes to the market and placed them on a wooden box. "Handmade shoes. Strong and affordable," he called out. Most people walked by without looking. But one man stopped. "These look good," the man said. "How much?" Lucas told him the price. The man paid without arguing. It was his first sale. He ran home with the money. "Amina, I sold a pair." She hugged him tightly. "I told you. It's only the beginning." That night, they celebrated with roasted maize and laughter. Their journey had begun. Months passed. Word spread about Lucas's strong, stylish shoes. More customers came, and soon he was making 5 to 10 pairs a week. With the money, Lucas bought better tools. Amina helped him design the shoes. They made a perfect team, one with vision, the other with skill. They moved into a small, cleaner home. It had a roof that didn't leak. For the first time, they had real furniture and enough food. Meanwhile, Jaden and Bella continued their flashy lives, unaware of the couple they once mocked. Lucas didn't care about revenge. He cared about growing his dream. One night, as they looked up at the stars from their small garden, Amina whispered, "Remember when we had nothing?" Lucas nodded. "I remember. And I'll never forget it." They both knew. This was just the beginning of something far greater. Lucas's shoe business continued to grow. He started hiring young men from the neighborhood to help him make and sell shoes. People began calling him the Shoe King. Amina came up with a brand name, L&A Footwear. L for Lucas, A for Amina. She created a logo, and they had their first signboard printed. Soon, a small fashion magazine wrote an article about Lucas's story. From street to success, the man who built an empire with his hands. Orders started coming in from nearby towns. Lucas bought a delivery van. They even hired an accountant. One day, Lucas walked past the same market where Jaden and Bella once mocked him. He saw people admiring his shoes in shop windows. He smiled, not with pride but with gratitude. Meanwhile, Jaden had made a bad business deal. He lost money in a fake investment. Bella's shopping habits made things worse. They argued daily. The money was running out. Jaden sat on the edge of his bed, staring at bills and empty bank account statements. His car had been taken by the bank. The house was next. Bella stormed in. "Why didn't you listen to me when I said don't trust that man?" Jaden snapped. "You spend more than we make. We have nothing left." Bella sat down, shocked. "You mean, we're broke?" Jaden nodded slowly. "Totally." Days later, they were kicked out of their home. Friends stopped answering their calls. The same streets they once laughed on now became their shelter. Bella cried at night. "What will we eat?" Jaden had no answers. The world had turned its back on them, just as they had once turned their backs on others. Now homeless, Jaden and Bella wandered the same market where they used to shop in luxury. Their clothes were dirty. People avoided them. They begged for food but were ignored. One day, as they sat under a broken umbrella, Jaden saw a large black SUV drive past. On the side of it was a logo, L&A Footwear. He stared in disbelief. "That can't be Lucas." Bella looked too. "No way. That poor fool." But the truth stared back at them. Inside the SUV, Lucas and Amina were on their way to a business meeting. Amina noticed the two beggars. Her face changed. She recognized them. She didn't say anything yet. But Lucas had also seen them. He looked down for a moment, then looked forward again. Lucas and Amina arrived at the market for a charity event. Every year they gave free shoes, food, and clothes to people in need. A crowd gathered around them. Cameras flashed. People clapped. In the back, hidden behind a tree, Jaden and Bella watched with shame. "I can't believe it," Bella whispered. "He made it." Jaden looked down at his torn shoes. "And we lost everything." Bella wiped her eyes. We shouldn't have treated them like that. Jaden didn't speak. His heart was heavy. Regret burned inside him like fire. Suddenly, Lucas looked up and saw them clearly. This time he didn't look away. He walked toward them slowly, with Amina by his side. Jaden tried to hide, but there was nowhere to go. Lucas stood in front of them. For a few seconds no one spoke. Jaden looked up. Lucas. You don't have to say anything, Lucas said quietly. Bella lowered her head. We were cruel. We judged you. Amina spoke gently. We remember. Jaden's eyes filled with tears. We've lost everything. We're not asking for pity. Just forgiveness. Lucas looked at them. You laughed at our clothes but never saw our hearts. You had everything but forgot the value of respect. Bella sobbed. We didn't know better. Lucas knelt down and handed Jaden a bag. Inside was food, clean clothes and shoes. He said, This is not revenge. This is a second chance. Jaden held the bag tightly. He couldn't speak. Weeks passed. Jaden and Bella joined a local shelter. They worked hard, cleaned and helped others. They stopped chasing luxury and started chasing peace. One day Lucas visited the shelter. Jaden stood up to greet him, not as a rich man but as a changed man. Thank you, Jaden said, for not turning your back when we needed help. Lucas smiled. Everyone falls. Not everyone rises with grace. You're rising now. Bella handed Amina a handmade bracelet. I made this for you. It's simple, but it's from the heart. Amina accepted it warmly. As they walked away, Lucas whispered to Amina, I don't hate them. I just hope they learned. Amina nodded. We all have our story. Theirs is just starting again. The screen fades to black. Life turns. But kindness always stays upright.